Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get that red color in your hair. Obviously this is like orange. So I used Pravana Locked in Red, and then I lifted it with a 20 developer for about maybe 11 minutes or so. And this is what I got. So kind of gross. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. Super easy. So even though it's going to leak, we're definitely going to use this one. This is Pravana Chromasilk Vivid Vibrant Color Red. And we're just going to take this bad boy and go to town. So the easiest way to do this, you can go section by section and all that fun stuff. I'm going to show you kind of once you get used to doing this, there's an easier way to do it. And all you need are Foodservice gloves. So, you can pick them up at Walmart for like $2 or $3. That's what I did. And the reason you want these is because they have kind of that ribbing in there, those little, grip, if you will. Obviously, so you can pick up food and everything like that. But with these, they're going to wash right off. I've used those, kind of the like hospital grade ones, and it's hard to get the red off, but this is going to be a lot easier. So basically, Foodservice gloves, Chromasilk Vivid Red, and then a shirt you don't care about because it might get on your shirt. And after this, I'm hopping in the shower anyway, so if it gets on my forehead or on my neck, I'm just going to shower anyway. So if you haven't done this before, I don't recommend doing it this way. I'm just going to show you the easiest way to do it because I've been doing this for over 2 years or so. So it doesn't really have to be exact in my mind. So super easy. You can see it's already getting on there. Lots of fun. Yeah. And then obviously we're going to go through a lot more. All right, obviously it's incredibly messy. I kind of did that on purpose. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to clean it off. So yeah, I kind of went a little crazy here. So anything that's left on them, I'm just gonna kind of finish it up in the back. Super easy. Turn on the faucet. And then all you're doing is just rinsing. I'm not even using soap or anything. All I'm doing is cold water over my gloves. I'm not even rubbing it at all. And then, ta-da, that's it. So you just hold it underwater. Very easy. So that way, if you're cheap like me, you're just going to use those gloves again. So that's pretty easy to do. And then, other than that, all you need are alcohol swabs. Like I said, I'm going to take a shower, so I really don't care. But if you have alcohol swabs, that's going to be super easy too. You know, I just have the little pads, but obviously if you just have the container, you know, it's just going to come right off super easy. So I really don't sweat it. Obviously I'm doing this while I'm going to be at home for a little while. So, and like I said, I'm taking a shower, so I really don't care. You know, so yes, you can get all the ear cuffs and everything to kind of, you know, block that off or whatever, but I mean, why not just take a shower? You know, the longer the red stays on your skin, yes, it's going to be harder to get off, but I mean, wouldn't it just make sense to plan accordingly so you can just hop in the shower and use your loofah to do all that? So that's what I'm going to do. But again, if you don't have time for all that, I'm just trying to show you an easier, quicker way to do it. So I'm going to let this kind of hang out and I'm going to take a shower and it's going to be fine. This is after the shower. I obviously wrapped it. Remember, this still hasn't been rinsed off yet, so don't start freaking out and saying how terrible it looks. But as far as all the red is coming off, you know, so you let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more. But as far as all that red that was on my face and stuff, good to go. I was using a baby wipe to get the back of my ear and stuff. That way you can get all of that. And then I still have to take my makeup off and stuff. So if you're really trying to get rid of all the little stuff, the easiest way to do it is not scrub your face till it feels like it's gonna fall off. But, you know, use your makeup remover and then do a clay mask. And then make sure you get all up behind the ears and underneath and everything. But I can tell you right now, having red hair is high maintenance. So if you don't have time for that, then do not do it. Just buy red weave. There's, you know, it's going to bleed. It requires a lot of care. You know, this is going to take me probably another hour to rinse it out, and then I'm going to go for a run, sweat it out again, and that way, you know, because red bleeds. So if you like to wear a lot of white high collar stuff or just white anything and have your hair down, it's going to turn pink. If you have white pillowcases, not for long. So you just got to keep that in mind. Whoever you're with, if you're going to lay on them for a while, it's going to turn their clothes red too. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, dry shampoo, the more you can kind of, you know, and again, that's with this color, the vivid red. If you get the locked in red, just don't lift it, because obviously you saw how gross that was. But the locked in red on top of this will kind of secure that color for you. But I mean, even for your nails, if you like French tips and you touch your hair, your French tips are going to be pink. So you might as well just go with nude and expect it to turn pink, or start with pink nails to begin with, because it's going to happen. Red is a high maintenance color. Red is hard to maintain. It's going to require some work. So, I mean, if you don't have time for all that, then don't do it. But for those of you that are trying to do it, you know, I mean, I got it down to what, 5 minutes, shower, face mask or clay mask thing, and that's going to get rid of all the red. I'm going to run, sweat that out. That way I get all the initial bleeding out, or kind of leaking up the, you know, the, like when you sweat, it's just going to turn pink. That's all. But if you have a hair wrap, I still have the clip in here, obviously. But if you wear a hair wrap, no one's really going to know. And who cares, you know? So I do a hair wrap and a hat, and then obviously I just wear all black, and I'm going to go for a run. And it's gonna get rid of that. So by tomorrow, in a whole nother shower, it should be set and good to go. So like I said, if you can't handle it, then you shouldn't have red hair. And just buy weave, it's a lot cheaper. You can take it on, take it off. So, okay, so I just rinsed it off. And like I said, if you don't have extra towels that you don't mind staining and stuff, I have like 10 towels that are specifically ready for this. So I have officially washed it out, and it's gonna ruin that towel. So again, if you can't handle it, then don't do it. But if you're gonna do it, I would recommend pink towels, red towels, something that's not gonna show. I had a surplus of white towels, so that's what I did. So I did not use the shower. I'm gonna show you what I used to rinse out my hair. If you can handle this, like I said, red is high maintenance. So I'm lucky enough to have a nice kind of thing that's gonna do it. I left this so you can see what it's going to do to your shower, what it's going to do to your sink. So obviously the longer you leave it, the more it's going to stain. I have my hair clip in here too. But then, you know, it's going to be the easiest one to wash when it's in the sink like that. So I wash with hot water to try and get it out faster. And again, try to get rid of that bleeding as much as possible. So, yep. And that was pretty easy. Ew, there's even lettuce in there. But, I mean, that rinsed off pretty quickly. So, always best to do it in a stainless steel sink as opposed to in your shower, because your bathtub is usually white, so it's going to stain. So, you're better off doing it this way. But, yeah, I don't even have to scrub it. There's nothing red in here. I obviously will scrub it, but still, that's not bad. Easy.